A very good afternoon to everyone. Today we are going to learn about the last topic of the chapter number 13, that is the excretion. So let's start. The removal of harmful metabolic waste from our body is known as the excretion. Our body generate metabolic waste. Akoigi body na metabolic waste khara generate taweba. This metabolic waste is not useful to the human being. Generate tawriba metabolic waste ta akoida kamna deba. So this metabolic waste has to be removed from our body, and the process of removal of metabolic waste from our body is defined as the excretion. The metabolic activities in the body generate the nitrogenous material. So the metabolic activity which is taking place inside our body generate this nitrogenous material inside our body. These nitrogenous wastes are harmful if accumulated. These nitrogenous wastes are harmful if accumulated in the body, so these are to be removed. Nitrogenous materials in the body that harmful. So this metabolic waste has to be removed so that it will not be accumulated in our body. Different organisms use different devices for the removal of the waste material. So different organism, either it is multicellular organism or either it is unicellular organism, they use different device so that they can remove this nitrogenous waste from their body. Many unicellular animals remove this waste product by diffusion through the body surface to the surrounding water. What is meant by unicellular animal? Unicellular animals means organism made up of only one cell. So in the unicellular group of organisms, for example amoeba, paramecium, what happens is that they do not have specific organ. Organ nitrogenous waste say let's see an example. So in the amoeba, which is a unicellular organism, what happens is that the food is ingested inside the body through the pseudopodia. So once the food is ingested inside the body, inside the food vacuole, the food particle will be digested and the useful nutrient will be absorbed, and the waste material will be excreted from outside of the body through the contractile vacuole. So in the unicellular organism, specific organ nitrogenous waste se body dagi remove tawnabaydamakta. Many unicellular organisms remove this waste product by diffusion from the body surface to the surrounding water. So other multicellular organisms use specialized organ for the removal of nitrogenous waste. We have learned that in unicellular organism there is no specialized organ. But in the multicellular organism means organism made of more than one cell. So in multicellular organism we have specialized organ for the removal of this nitrogenous waste. For example, in the human being, the nitrogenous waste which is produced inside our body is excreted to the outside of our body with the help of the kidney or with the help of the excretory system. Next subtopic is the excretion in the animal. Different groups of animals have different organs for the removal of the nitrogenous waste product. Akoi animal does a different group like amphibian group, reptile group, mammalian group, or different type of the group. So according to different type or different group of the animal, they have different organ for the removal of this nitrogenous waste product from their body. Let's see some example. Certain animals in the platyhelminthes use structure called flame cell to remove the waste product. So in the platyhelminthes, they use the flame cell for the removal of the nitrogenous waste. The insect remove the nitrogenous waste by the help of the structure called Malpighian tubule. So in the insect, The Malpighian tubules help in the removal of this nitrogenous waste from their body. The vertebrates. Vertebrates means organisms having the backbone. The vertebrates have kidney for excretion. So in the vertebrates, the kidney help in the removal of this nitrogenous waste from their body. In human being, the excretory system consists of a pair of kidney, a pair of ureter, a urinary bladder, and a urethra. This is the diagram of the excretory system in the human being. Here you will see a pair of the kidney, a pair of ureter, urinary bladder, and the urethra. Kidney is a bean-shaped structure, and from the kidney, a tube-like structure will be extended. This tube-like structure is called the ureter, and the bag-like structure where the urine is stored is called the urinary bladder, and from the urethra, the urine will be released from our body. So, the excretory system of a human being consists of a pair of kidney, a pair of ureter, urinary bladder, and the urethra. Kidney are located in the abdomen. Abdomen means back side of our body. Kidney are located in the abdomen, one on either side of the backbone. So here will be the backbone, and the right kidney and the left kidney is located on the either side of the backbone. Urine produced in the kidney pass through the ureter and is stored in the urinary bladder. So from the kidney, what will happen? The urine will come down, passing through the ureter, and will be stored in the urinary bladder. From the urinary bladder, it is released through the urethra. So from the urinary bladder, the urine will be released from outside of our body through the urethra. Nitrogenous waste products collected by the blood from the different organs of the body are filtered in the kidney. So, the various nitrogenous waste products are from the different organs of the body are collected by the blood, and this blood will bring the nitrogenous waste to our kidney, and inside the kidney, filtration will be take place. Blood na kaidoy different part of the body dagi nitrogenous waste sing do collect toraga akoi gi kidney da poreba. Kidney da kaido ni haibada nitrogenous waste products sing do filter tokthokani ba. Such compound like urea or the uric acid are removed from our body. The urea and the uric acid are not useful to the human being. Urea amasung uric acid di akoi body da useful oideba. As such, what happened? The urea and the uric acid will form the urine, and this will be released from our body. Like in the lungs, cluster of thin-walled blood capillaries are present in the kidney. In the lungs also, we have seen that the alveoli is connected with the thin-walled blood capillaries. Like that, in the kidney also, there is thin-walled blood capillaries. Each capillary cluster in the kidney is associated with a cup-shaped end of the tubes that collect the filter unit. So what happens once the filtration is complete? This cup-like structure, which is known as the Bowman capsule, will collect the filter unit. Each kidney has a number of this filtration unit called the nephron packed close together. So this is the basic structure of the nephron. In this nephron, the filtered blood will be connected. In human being, millions of nephrons are present, packed closely together. So this is the basic structure of the nephron. Here you will see the cup-like structure, which is called the Bowman capsule, where the filtered blood will be collected. Some substances like glucose, amino acid, salt, and the major amount of the water are selectively reabsorbed as the urine flow along the tube. Once the filtration is complete, what happen? Akwai blood chide yauri basing je kaidoi loina phatta boy daba glucose kumba amino acid kumba salt kumba afaba compound khara yauri ba. So once the filtration is complete, what happen is that the useful material like glucose, amino acid, salt, water are again reabsorbed, and after the reabsorption is done, the urine forming in its kidney enter a long tube called the ureter. Once the filtration is complete, once the reabsorption is complete, the urine which is formed in the kidney will come to the ureter, which connect the kidney with the urinary bladder. So from the ureter, the urine will be collected in the urinary bladder, which is a bag-like structure. From the urinary bladder, the urine pass out of our body through the urethra. So the urinary bladder, okay, urinary bladder is full or what will happen? The urine will be passed out from our body through the urethra. This is how the nitrogenous waste is excreted from our body. In the kidney, what will happen? The blood will collect the nitrogenous waste in the kidney. Inside the kidney, what will happen? Filtration will take place, reabsorption of some useful material will be take place, and after that, the urine will be passed through the ureter and it will come to the urinary bladder. From the urinary bladder, the urine is passed out from our body through the urethra. This is how the excretion takes place in the human. The next subtopic we are going to learn about is the excretion in the plant. Like in the human being, the plant also excrete waste material. Human being the sukadui akona waste material in the form of urine body dagi release the weba. The plant also release the waste material. So let's see how the plant release the waste material. Plant give out oxygen during photosynthesis and carbon dioxide during respiration. So in the process of photosynthesis, carbon dioxide and the water react in presence of sunlight and the chlorophyll to give carbohydrate and the oxygen. This carbohydrate is used by the plant for growth, development, and for various activity. And the oxygen is released to the atmosphere. The arrow mark here indicates that the oxygen is released to our atmosphere. So the plant give out oxygen during photosynthesis and carbon dioxide during the respiration. Water is released as vapor during the daytime and in the liquid form during the nighttime. So the plant also lost water in the form of vapor during the daytime and in the liquid form during the nighttime. So the process of loss of water in the form of vapor during the daytime is called transpiration. Root also exuded waste material into the soil. So the root, which is below our ground level or under the soil, they also release the waste material directly into the soil. All mineral salt absorbed in the form of ion are not essential in the plant. We know that the root absorb mineral from our soil. Root na kadawi akogi soil dagi mineral absorb tawreba. Adubu kadawi root na absorb tawreba mineral singda loina mag darkar oideba. As such, the excess mineral are deposited in the leaves then fall off. So kadawi kung na darkar oideba mineral singda leaves ta tungjalaga layba. So and when the leaf fall off, leaves na kiyangi ba matamda kadawi that unwanted mineral are also fall off from the plant. Other waste products are stored as a resin and the gum, especially in the old xylem. We have known that the xylem is a tissue. So in the xylem, we see that gum and the resin are also said. For example, in the rubber plant that rubber or the gum which we found from the rubber plant is the waste product which is excreted by the plant. So this is all about the excretion. We have learned about how the excretion take place in the human being and how the excretion take place in the plant. I hope this video will be useful. Thank you.